Ladies and gentlemen, this is the bombshell that has rocked the wrestling world. After decades of bad blood, lawsuits, shoot interviews, and straight up hatred, Jim Cornette and Vince Russo are being rumored, again, rumored. I use that term very loosely. Yes, rumored to return to the WWE, but not just return to WWE, but to rock and shake the foundation of the WWE to its very core. A return for Cornette and Russo to the WWE creative team? Huh? What? Are you serious? How can these two share birthday cards, let alone be on the same team at the same time? Now, it's not like they haven't worked together. They have worked together in WWE and in TNA. They have had to coexist. They have had to come together. So, again, in the wrestling world, never say never. I mean, we said that CM Punk would never return to the WWE. Bret Hart would never return to the WWE. We would never see Hulk Hogan back in the WWE, much less the Ultimate Warrior. But guess what is the matching scenario behind all the things I just said? They all came back. They all returned in one way or another. Now, I know putting these two together, you could pretty much say never. But I beg to digress, because stick around, because I am going to break down and give you the insider dirt sheet rumors, the details, the backstage whispers on what this could mean for Raw, SmackDown, and even WWE PLEs in the future for, well, ESPN. Peacock, we know it's coming to an end. We all know that WWE Clash in the Castle will be the final ever WWE pay-per-view on Peacock. Cornette and Russo together in 2025, that's like oil and water, fire and gasoline. These two men despise each other more than Roman Reigns despises a full-time schedule, because we all know Roman Reigns is part-time nowadays. Russo in the Attitude Era, in Cornette's legendary rants, the podcasts, the shoot interviews that these guys have had, they've went on to be a cult. They've went on to be popular. They've went on to have their own structure, their own shows. But coming together in 2025 or 2026, who would suppose? But what if I told you that the WWE could be so desperate to shake up its own creative team that they are willing to bring both of them back at the same damn time? Yes, at the same time. Old school booking. That's Cornette's legacy. That's his bread and butter. Cornette's booking, traditional mindset, belief in the long-term storytelling. Clips and references, as you've seen online, reference his famous critiques. But then, number two, you look at Vince Russo. Crash TV, swerves, shocking gimmicks, over-the-top angles, keeping you hooked in, giving you that arc from 1 hour to the next. How some fans blame Russo for WCW's collapse and demise, but others say that he kept people talking. Imagine Cornette pitching a 1 hour Iron Man match while Russo's trying to book a Viagra on a pole match. This is creative chaos waiting to happen right before our very eyes. Sources claim to the WWE, after losing key creative names in the last year or so, is exploring shocking returns to spark ratings in the company. We also got Netflix backlash. Raw moving around. We got WWE's pay-per-view in Paris. Chaotic times need chaotic decisions. But should it be this chaotic? The word going around the locker room is that Cornette and Russo have both been contacted. No confirmation, but the whispers are loud. Could this be a one-off? A consult deal? Is WWE ready to set Cornette and Russo at the same creative table and have them sit at the same time once again? Well, this could be a recipe for disaster, guys. Or this could be the greatest TV we have seen in quite some time. Maybe even since the Attitude Era. I mean, this is combustible units right before our very eyes. I hope you recognize and I hope you realize that. Cornette you know, we're going to speculate here on future bookings between these two. You know, the whole what if scenarios. Cornette pushing serious tag wrestling. Russo pushing controversial angles and swerves. Imagine Roman Reigns booked by Russo, controversial shock swerves every week. Now imagine Gunther booked by Cornette, 30-minute classic matches every pay-per-view. Fan reactions would be divided between hardcore purists and shock TV fans. Whether you love them or hate them, Cornette and Russo returning to WWE creative would shake the wrestling industry to its very core. This could be the wildest wrestling headline of 2025 going into 2026. Drop a comment below. Whose side are you on? Are you Team Cornette or Team Russo? I will be responding to the craziest takes. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on all notifications because this channel is where you get the fastest, the most shocking WWE breaking news updates. We will see it to each and every one of you that we fulfill your needs. Oh, yeah, and stay tuned because I've got another video dropping about the backstage chaos heading into WWE Clash in Paris. You do not want to miss it. I can assure you of that. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, 20 years, WWE to rehire Cornette and Russo after 20 years. Backstage shocking update. Jim Cornette and Vince Russo, are they coming to save the WWE creative team? Cornette and Russo together in WWE, will fans be outraged? Unbelievable. WWE bringing back Cornette and Russo creative. Could this be the most chaotic breakdown in WWE history? Does the WWE truly know what they're getting themselves into? Or again, the or if, have Cornette and Russo mended the fences? Are they on the same page? Or is it as titanic of a collision as it has ever been between Cornette and Russo? Either way, you can see the ratings going up. You can buy rates going up. You can, I mean, WWE is already up and up now. This could see them soaring to unprecedented heights. We have not seen. Or is it just that? Would it be an error for Cornette and Russo? Also, Vince McMahon, we got breaking news on Vince McMahon in a car crash. Vince McMahon in a massive accident, a huge update on it right now. We're not going to waste any of the time. We're going to get right into this right now. Vince McMahon tries to dismiss after July crash. Vince McMahon is looking to have his latest legal issues thrown out of court. The 80-year-old former WWE boss is facing charges after a serious car accident in Westport, Connecticut on July the 24th. Now his legal team is the case. But still allows Vince to convey contribution and concern for the drivers, which is his top. Sherman told TMZ.com. The incident has already made headlines thanks to Barbara Dorian, the on Facebook, while her post reaction kept silently public, leaving on his behalf. The fallout continues for McMahon and multiple controversies this last year, both civil and criminal. His next court case is scheduled for October 16th for a deposition hearing where the court will determine how Vince McMahon be able to put this crash case behind him. The court want more accountability before letting it go. Should Vince McMahon's motion be granted, or do you think the case trial? Comments and your opinions here on Brash and the Brazen, where we will not be mistaken or overtaken. Psycho Stu seems like to be in good spirits after being hospitalized by Roger Jackson with extensive injuries. The guy almost died. The guy almost got killed. The guy could have wound up in a wheelchair the rest of his life. He could have had his life cut short due to Roger Jackson. And how can anybody take Roger Jackson's side in any of this, in all of this? You got to be kidding. But again, Psycho Stu appears to be in good spirits. Wow, unbelievable. AEW's Philadelphia residency met with union protest over substandard wages. You heard that right. AEW's Philadelphia residency met with union protest over substandard wages. Hogan said final goodbye to Hulk Hogan and ends public questions about his death. The former Jack Swagger in WWE, now known as Jack Hager, says Tony Khan can't make sandwich, let alone write a storyline. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on all of that. Kevin Owens addresses in-ring future following neck fusion surgery. So is Kevin Owens done? Is he going to be saved? Is he going to come back? Kevin Owens laying all the addressing all of that at the NASCAR interview. Kevin Owens had a plan to make a full-time comeback, but again, nothing is sure in the business of WWE except for being unsure, especially when it comes to neck surgery. Vince McMahon's 80th birthday party was packed with WWE stars despite his own ongoing legal scandals in the WWE. Ricochet blames WWE for wasting him in matches that sucked. Cody Rhodes, the undisputed WWE champion, still filming Street Fighter in Australia ahead of WWE Clash in Paris. Also, we are receiving word at this time that Swerve Strickland has undergone successful surgery after the AEW NJPW Forbidden Door. Rampage Jackson exposed racist hate messages over his son Rod's attack. Also, according to the dirt sheets, the newsletters, and the headlines, we are now receiving word that Enzo, remember Enzo Amore? How you doing? Remember him from NXT and Raw? Remember Big Cass? Remember the tag? Yeah. He could have been big. He could have been large. Enzo Amore hired that there was space for to WWE. Would you want to see Enzo Amore in the WWE again? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on the matter. Also, canceled plans scrapped WrestleMania plans for Conor McGregor revealed online, according to those in the know. Rampage Jackson calls out clickbait and misinformation surrounding Roger Jackson's brutal attack. Jon Moxley, Daniel Garcia, AEW Dynamite down Wednesday night. Who is ready for a fight? NXT launches cross-promotion tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your hottest source to come. I'm working